Steve Kim for UCN Live here with Tom Loeffler, Managing Director of K2 Promotions. Tom, going into April 23rd, pretty good amount of tickets have already been sold. Are you surprised this has not been a harder sell given the fact that Dominic Wade was an anonymous opponent?
I think Gennady's at the point now where people just like to see him in the ring. They like to see his dominance in the ring, the mastery, the skills he brings to the table. And don't forget now, Chocolatito is making his third appearance on the same card with Gennady. So when you have two of the best pound-for-pound fighters on the same show, and Chocolatito's in a tough fight. He's against McWilliams Arroyo, who's got 14 knockouts and 16 wins. It's going to be a challenge for him, so it'll be interesting to see. But the fans have just reacted to seeing the guys on the show at the same time.
Tom, when you look ahead, you guys fight April 23rd if you guys win, and then if Canelo wins. Is that when the chess game really begins between the two sides?
The WBC has mandated the winner of Canelo and Khan has to fight if Gennady's successful. April 23 against Wade, and then they've mandated he has to fight him, or they're going to jeopardize their title. Basically, the WBC will unrecognize them. So it's it's nothing personal. It wasn't personal against Cotto. It wasn't personal with Canelo. It wasn't personal with Sergio Martinez. Gennady just wants to unify with the WBC title, and he's earned that right. He fought for the interim title against Rubio. He's made numerous defenses of the WBC interim title, in addition to his WBA and IBF title now, and IBO titles. So he just wants to unify. And if Canelo or if the winner doesn't fight him, then they're clearly in violation of what the WBC has mandated.
Tom, at this point in time, are you done with the step-aside fees and giving extensions, that this is the hard line at this point? If they do not fight you, you will just take the WBC belt?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I mean, we agreed to allow Cotto Canelo to take place. It was a favor to the WBC because they wanted to have that fight sanctioned. It was one of the biggest fights in boxing, and Miguel Cotto was the middleweight champion. So we had actually agreed to allow that fight to go on. Canelo had asked for one defense, which he's doing now, May 7th. But after that, at some point, it doesn't make sense anymore. And so Gennady has earned his right to either fight for the WBC title or to just get the WBC title as the interim champion.
Tom, are you ready for the scenario where he hands over the belt, Canelo and Golden Boy, and you have to look for another fight in the summer? And is it more realistic, in your own view, that Canelo Triple G takes place in 2017?
It's hard to say. I have a lot of respect for Canelo, a lot of respect for Golden Boy. We did a great promotion together with the Lemieux fight. So I can't really speak for them. I know Canelo's a proud champion. I know he's fought a lot of tough fights that he didn't have to fight before. So, we'll just have to see what their decision is. It's my job. Abel here is he's the master. He's the mad scientist up here at the Summit Gym. But it's my job to make moves outside of the ring, just to position Gennady the best way possible. Just like we were waiting for Chavez, for almost 2 months we were negotiating with Top Rank and trying to get the Chavez fight done. But as soon as that didn't happen, then we put the fight together with Daniel Geale in Madison Square Garden. So I always have to have a backup plan, just depending on if a fight doesn't come off or not.
Tom, this year, Gennady's starting a little bit late. First fight in late April, given the fact you had to wait for the BC and the situation with Canelo. Right. Is it your preference, with or without Canelo, that he fights at least 3 times in 2016?
Well, it's not only my preference. It's Gennady's. It's really his order to me and Abel. He wants to fight at least 3 times a year. He fought 4 times a year, 2013, and that's really, he likes the activity. And I think that's, he's the most active world champion right now in the sport of boxing. So that's really what's propelled him. He's always in the news. People are either talking about his last knockout or talking about the next fight coming up, and that's really what's propelled him to in just over 3 years. It propelled him to the top of the sport of boxing, and especially here in America, where he's staked his claim and made it his priority. He wants to fight here, and it's the activity is an important part of his career.
All right, that's it. Tom Loeffler, Managing Director of K2. This is Steve Kim for UCN Live.